Hey, this is DM Allen. Thanks for joining us once again for another week of awesomeness. Let's just get it started.
Last time on RWA, our party of adventurers returned to the mainland and found the thick black ooze from before is still present and causing issues.
It's got like this black ichor that continues to pour into the ocean.
In order to not fall behind schedule, the party decides to investigate while the ship continues to Phandalin.
I could send my crew. My crew could send the ship toward Phandalin. And we could go explore.
Along the river, there is a rift and some unsavory folk.
Two bipedal demon forms that come from either side of the rift. This rift, is about it's about 10 foot tall.
The party manages to kill the first evil being, but one remains.
This being just completely disappears. It turns into ash and smoke.
Can the party defeat the remaining demon before more cross the rift? Listen now to find out.
It is its turn. So let's quick recap what's on the playing field. We've got two of Kinion's ancestors left. You guys just killed off one of the Maliciouses. And Tin, you are flying up above. Minette, you are actually hiding behind the rift. The rift on one side, you can see into the River Styx cavern, and on the other side, you can see as if there is no rift at all. And let's see. So we've got Minette, Kinion, Keo, Tin, and Bon. The rest of your fellows are back at the ship in Succumber. It is the Malicious' turn.
We actually sent the ship forward to Phandelver with the skeleton crew.
You are right. You are right. Yep.
They're en route.
It is the Malicious' turn, and he is going to. Let's see. What's his health?
Trip on his feet and accidentally behead himself.
Oh
man,
no.
That would be awesome.
Which head?
I'm not picky.
The snake one. That's the one that does max health damage.
Oh, man. Yeah.
Good
All
point.
right. So he is going to... he is going to look at Tin. Tin, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
No problem. She a cleric.
Here comes the jinx.
No problem.
Oh, I probably totally got this.
20 plus.
27, I think.
Okay, 27 makes it.
That's too low.
He points at you,
know.
Tin, and you hear a gurgle of chicken, and you don't turn into a chicken. Yeah. It is now.
He was just chicken.
Kinion, your turn.
I charge him and start swinging madly, wildly, in fact. That's a 25 to hit, and a double crit. Do I get a dribble the dice if it's double crits?
No.
All right, let's get the regular hit out of the way, and then I'm probably gonna employ AJ to roll a shit ton of dice.
Ooh, dice.
All right, I got 30 slashing and 16 necrotic on the first swing.
Okay. I'm sorry, 30 necrotic, 16
And
slashing.
30 slashing.
Okay.
16 necrotic, which you have. Then the second swing where I crit. Let me get you a count, AJ, for how many d6 I need to roll. How about 10 d6?
Jesus.
Because I'm going to use Orcish Fury.
It's not quite a regular hit for me, but whatever. That's okay, Kinion.
Add those. Oh my god.
4 d12s as well.
AJ is our dice roller.
The d12s have to be separated because they're necrotic.
12, 19, 28 on the 12s.
So 28 necrotic.
25.
Plus 26.
51.
51 bludgeoning. Is he still kicking? Because I got another attack.
Yeah, he's doing just fine.
I got another attack.
This guy I don't think was too badly hurt
he
last
wasn't
time.
very much.
Does 20 hit him?
I believe so, yes.
Yeah.
Yep, you guys found AC last time at 19.
33 bludgeoning. and only 6 necrotic, so 3 necrotic. I wonder if he's taken notice of me.
Oh, yeah.
My ancestors
Swarm.
in and each make an attack. That's a crit. 17 on the first hit. And ghetto crit. 15 on the second hit. Go, Kinnian's ancestors.
All right. He is going to take a legendary action.
Is he mad?
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me. And he points at you and he says, "Chicken."
Do I have a... No,
I'm a chicken.
I don't have a reaction.
No, not yet. Yeah.
I probably don't have my reaction anymore as a barbarian. However, I assume my ancestors would still give resistance to damage because I hit them on my turn. I would assume I don't lose that.
Yeah. I'll say that.
Because I know a barb can rage and then get polymorphed and still have their rage hold.
Yep.
Nice.
Yep. Okay.
He's angry.
So I'm a
about
ragey
me.
chicken.
He's a mad chicken.
He's the one that like jumps up and spurs you in the legs, and you're like, fuck. All right, Kyo, your turn.
So, I'm gonna smack a sunbeam at the chicken. Actually, I have enough movement. I will move to
Line up your shot.
line up my shot. Yes.
All right.
You're going to be shooting him right along the ground. You might hit his toe.
All right. So Kyo, you fly over on your broom side saddle, grabbing
Flip
the broom
upside
handle.
down.
Yeah.
He's got thick legs.
And you
the thing.
shoot out this the sunbeam that you've been concentrating on, aiming it at the chicken and at the Malideus. You have to actually swoop down low towards the ground in order to get both in the beam.
That's okay. And it's a. Isn't that I think that one's Dex.
Oh, yeah, I failed bad.
Yeah.
I rolled a 5.
Is that Dex or Con? Had another spell pulled up. Sorry. That's a DC 18. Anyone who fails takes 22 damage, and anyone who makes it takes 11. And that is radiant damage. And then I quicken a spell. I suggest to him that it'd be a really good idea to go through that portal and make sure things are safe on that side as far back as you can.
Okay. That's a what kind of save?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom save. He's gonna be fine at a 28. After you, he is going to.
He attacks everything at disadvantage other than me.
Yeah. Yep. I think he's going to snake bite you, Kinnian.
Okay.
That's a 31.
See if you crit. Won't matter.
Give me a Constitution save 3.
Sure.
Please.
Do good this time. Yeah, that's great. That's a 27.
Okay, 27 makes it. 10 points of piercing damage.
Laugh.
And Minette, your turn.
I peek around the rift, shoot him for 48 points of damage,
Okay.
and then hide again behind the rift.
He is looking pretty rough.
It was that 11 radiant.
I
Yeah, it
hide,
was.
but not very well.
Okay. And as you are, as you're dipping back in, he points a finger at you and says,
Counterspell.
"All right."
4th level.
Nice.
I'm getting low on spell slots though.
He starts to
more
say
chickens.
something, and Kyo says, "What?"
What's 4th level or higher or lower dies?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I upcasted at 4th level, so it'll stop any without a check anything.
If it's higher than
lower.
4th level, he has to roll.
Yep. It just fizzles out.
I'm out of
Alright.
3rd level spell slots,
Yeah.
so
All
Well,
right.
and the 4th level was working last time, so.
didn't banish it. They're polymorphs a 4th level spell.
Yeah.
I don't think any of your 3rd levels stopped anything.
Bon.
I swoop down at the big ugly chicken maker,
Finish him.
and as I get close, I ghetto handle the sword and for a crit
Yep.
and
He rolled a 20.
21.
21 damage.
No, 21 to hit.
So that's two
yeah.
hits.
Yeah, that's two
Okay.
hits.
73 points of
Rating.
ouchies.
All right. So, what happens is he puts up his axe blade, and you come in feinting to chop down, and instead swipe towards the belly, cutting the belly open. The snake clamors to try and hold the belly shut as the monster takes a couple steps towards you. It comes in with the axe again, and you lop off its arm, and then severing its head from its body. Its body starts to turn to dust.
Kenyon roars out at Bon and approvingly.
Nice.
It is loud.
Nice.
And the maul is thrust up in the air.
Whose house? Our house.
I'm just,
Yep, like sand people.
and I'm just standing there like, the first cut was intentional. The second one was a reaction. Oops.
All right. A great rift stands before you. What do you do?
Is there anything that I can do to gain advantage on the roll to...
Well,
Guidance?
after
Yeah,
Bonnet
guidance
would
is
have been
probably your
my
best.
turn. So
Let's see how big.
Yeah, if we want, we can stay in.
I don't
In
know
order.
if we need to or not, but
Currently, there's no threats unless you guys want to
make one.
resolve it in a particular order.
I take the time to reload, but that's
Okay.
all that...
I approach the rift and basically stand as sentry in front of it.
Okay.
And Kenyon yells to Minette, hurry up, close this thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I cast guidance.
I start looking through my notes to see if I have anything to enlarge quirks.
Fill it with a cork.
Can Kyo assist?
I
Sure,
also
Kyo can
give
assist.
Kyo guidance.
So Kyo assists, but he does it in a very uncomfortable for Minette way.
You're
he-
massaging his leg.
Well, he comes up behind him. He's like, "Okay, here we got this. No, change your arm angle this way." Yeah. Kyo knows his
All
spell
right.
casting.
Oh my god.
That's awesome.
26.
26 makes it.
Scale gerbil.
What is your plus on Arcana?
Plus 13.
Oh, that's better than mine.
The gate starts to shrink a few feet. I believe it's about 10 feet wide at this point. And at this point too, in front of the gate, the waters have been very fierce. As you're closing this gate, it starts creating more pressure. So, yeah.
I'm gonna stand in front of the gate, preparing to blast anything back in if something tries to come out.
Anyone have
we're
control?
closing.
I
water.
was just about to say,
Yeah. So,
I'm going to cast control water.
It's probably too much water.
She can control the water right in front of the gate.
Yeah, that's what I'm just
fine.
thinking. I
That's
don't care
fine.
about inside the gate.
Yep.
It's up to 100 feet cube. So
Damn.
Make a
Damn.
big water.
So
plug.
one more.
that's why we were
Try
doing
it
all the
again?
crazy
With
stuff in
Kyo's
the ocean.
assistance.
Sure.
25 this time.
25.
For a split second, Kenyon feels the urge to step into the rift as you're knitting it shut, but doesn't.
Kenyon, you in fact, in your mind here, do it. Step into the gate. Minette, as you're trying to fold the weave and stitch it back together, a blast radiates out from the gate. Everyone in the area takes 50 points of damage.
Shit.
I believe it's force damage.
I feel like you need to roll higher every time as it gets smaller.
Yeah, you do.
So Kyo this time gives the advice that you have to switch the direction that you're crossing over when you're making a square knot.
Right.
Otherwise, it turns into a granny knot.
Well, if I could
Which,
roll higher than a
Those
fucking
aren't
10.
as strong.
26.
26. Another blast radiates out from this rift.
Kyo says, hey,
How much damage?
50 points again.
Is Bon awake?
Yep.
I need to heal before I... Well, I'll tap you at guidance and then I run super far.
Kyo says, how about I do it this time?
You can see the blast radius goes out about 120 feet.
Okay. I fly to be like 140 feet to be safe, because ouchie.
I readjust my hat, my crag cat hat, and just like, quit fucking around, Manette.
and Manette, you in your frustration, you see the weave. You see these magical strands starting to pull apart. You feel as if you fail again, it's actually going to start going back. It's going to start opening back.
Kyo says, it's okay, Minette. I got it. This time.
I cast heal on myself so that I can get some hit points back.
All right.
And before Manette opens it up, like, Kinian basically reaches into his pouch and throws out some bones on the ground and reads an augury for curious if this is a good or a bad, a bane or a boon, or nothing.
For this gate,
Yeah.
it is definitely a bane. Because it tells whether or not it's good or bad, right?
It's technically a wheel for good results, woe for bad results.
Oh.
Sorry, wheel and woe for both good and bad. Something will take place in the next 30 minutes. I'm like, should we be closing this?
I'm not certain
I gotcha.
he can tell you because it's based off of
how
we roll.
I think that it'll give a whatever the neutral is. What is that?
Use the big die.
No.
No, don't use the big die. Who's going? Who's going?
Use
It's
the
basically
Gandai.
Kyo
Kinian.
makes the check.
Kinian's getting superstitious.
He actually didn't roll terrible.
Oh, he's got to be better than 26.
Minette.
But what's his?
Yeah.
Fucking.
What do you got?
So 15 plus 7.
Not
Not good enough. 22.
Not good enough.
Kaboom. And Kyo is making death save.
Yeah, he is. The blast radiates out again. 74 points of damage.
Oh,
this
I'm
time.
making death save too then.
And the party's all down. Yeah, I'm down too.
I fly back. Okay, that's just
That was a
one.
wise move, Tin.
I had 30 hit points left.
Yeah. I'm not sure why Bon was standing next to it.
I was at 28.
I had confidence in my
Your fellows.
fellows. I'm not sure I'll have
See,
confidence next time.
The
It would have been
weave.
good enough if I were blessed and had his.
Kyo and Minette, you see the weave start tearing apart, and it actually opens up 10 feet wider. From Kinian's perspective, you see like the tangle of space like starting to pull apart, like black ichor, like, and it starts to drip down a little bit as it tears.
Okay, so I'm going to cast a level 3 healing word on 2 people. So, Manette, you've got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17 health. And then Kyo, 15.
Kyo sits up with a start and says, "Did we win?"
How much health?
18 for Bon.
18 for Bon. All right.
And all my level 2 slots are gone.
Well, shit.
In the distance, you guys, Kinian, in fact, I think, sees far in the distance. You start to see a riverboat slowly coming down the river, and you see like a flame on the back edge of the boat, and a skeletal figure with a long pole that's like pushing the boat through the water, kind of like a gondola.
Dope.
I say through the ring that I will come back to give everyone guidance, but then to wait until I am very far away. Which 60 foot flying speed
Yeah.
only takes a few moments.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go away too.
I hold up the maul in front of the ripple, and I ask in my mind, who is that?
On the boat,
Yeah.
the mall speaks to you and says, "That is Karen. He transfers people over the river Styx.
What do I call you?
My name's Sai.
Oh, nice to meet you, Sai.
Nice to meet you, Kinian."
You were quite useful.
I pull out Woody, and I try to use him to cure some of my wounds.
Okay. All right. That's a long gone. That's like 10 minutes. I
Doesn't
think.
work.
You still try it,
It's
though.
like
I
8
feel
hours,
a little
but
better.
that was still...
I think it worked.
The placebo effect. So,
Powerful spell.
what do you do? Try again?
I'm gonna have to try again.
So this time I shadow his movements and words like perfectly, like just a half second after he does them.
Okay.
You know, but as well as can be done to assist.
I feel like I'm still raging, right? It's been
Yeah, because
You've
you've
been
got
taking
relentless
damage.
rage, right?
well, it stays up for a minute. Like
Yeah.
we've been
Yep, you're
here
fine.
less than a minute.
Yeah,
right?
this is
Okay.
these, each one of these attempts is about a round,
Yep.
and
And I
then the
shoot a sun-
revival. So yeah,
Okay.
I shoot a sunbeam straight up in the air too. Well, actually, no, I wouldn't.
I had
have
to
it.
cast a bunch of healing on myself before
Okay.
attempting this again.
yeah.
So
I'll probably be knocked
6
out.
rounds worth of healing.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
Well, right before he tries to do it again, you see kind of like the hair underneath my headdress kind of like returns to like normal, and then kicks off into flames again.
You're like, fuck!
You gonna stay here?
Yeah, I'm guarding the entrance
All right.
Or the exit.
or the exit.
Depends on your perspective.
I got 52 hit points. I'm still battle ready.
All right. That is a 29.
A 29. It goes off. So
It was a success.
You
It closed
failed.
the.
you failed.
I failed.
failed.
I pop back the ship. Fuck this.
Okay.
I'm out.
All right.
Oh, you failed.
I'm making death
Yes.
saves again.
Yes.
29.
Yes, a 29. 83 points of damage.
Yeah, I'm back down to 6 points of health,
Yeah.
and I teleport back to the ship.
Yep.
That's a fail.
I have 1 hit point.
A fail for what?
Death
A
save.
Okay.
You're dead again. I fly close and poke you. Just take 3 hit points.
The rift is opening up.
It seems stable.
Seems stable.
Yep.
So basically, it looks like Charon is going to be oot and a boot since
Oot and boot.
since we failed at this.
Maybe. He seems to be coming your way. But, I mean, he's still a pretty good distance off. He does not seem to have anybody on the boat.
Well, Keo decides he's going to talk to this guy, see if he can help from the other side, and I'm going to like set my broom floating about 2 feet up in the air,
Okay.
pull out a pipe, and pretend it's a pipe of smoke monsters,
All right.
and mimicking what Kinian's pipe does with
Yep.
the enchanted working glass stuff.
Okay.
I suggest that we follow Manette's lead and go back to the ship.
I ask Tin to top me off, and I tell the group that, well, the remainder of the group that individual's name is Charon. I'm going to ask him for help.
Assuming you mean top off your health and not your
Yeah,
beer.
Yeah.
I'm a little hurt.
Beer would be nice, too.
Beer would be nice.
Oh, let me see.
I go to the book that communicates with Arton,
Yep. Arton Big Toe.
and I ask her to send a message via whatever means she has to communicate directly with Lyriel that there's a rift that her help would be very useful in closing
Okay.
See
near
if she'll
Secumber.
teleport.
Okay.
I've only got one more heal on me, by the way, guys.
I start digging through my bag of holding, and I pull out the remainders of the barrel of ale.
And then I start doing a short rest,
All right.
at the very least. So That's the best I can do because I don't have a direct way. Unless she's really listening to all of our communications on our rings. But
Which
we
is
haven't
my
actually
joke.
talked. We haven't talked on the rings about this. And yeah.
I start playing a tune, perform at an 18 on my mandolin, and I have the partial keg of ale that's probably very stale ale, but
I'm 150 feet away from the portal
All right.
because I just keep watching everyone die or almost die.
Okay. So a few minutes go by, and Sharon finally makes it near you guys, floating down the river, and you hear the soft humming as he gets closer.
I'm going to try and match my tune to his. That's a performance of 21.
All right. Very nice. And you guys start just developing this really nice melody as he gets closer. And what you see is this gondola that is made purely of bones. The front of the gondola is it's a spine with a head on the end of the spine with the mouth agape. And this hooded figure, this hooded skeletal figure with flame for eyes, is pushing the boat down the river. And as he gets closer, he says, "Ah, you there! What are you doing?"
Trying to close this rift. Your river's leaking into my world.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Well, it's not my river. I just surf it.
Are there, I turn to Kyo, are there casters that can be hired down here in the house?
Oh, yes. Many of the loths, they love gold.
I mage hand out a mug, dip it in the barrel, fly it over to him, and be like, "Oh, here, let's not have our hospitality be wanting."
He takes the mug from you, and he starts to drink it. And as he does, the liquid, it pours down what would be his throat, and you see it actually move as if it's going through something, but
like
it's
a
invisible.
digestive system?
Yes, like a digestive system. It
Nice.
reaches the stomach, and it starts to slosh about. And he's like, "That's fantastic! I've been famished. I'm very thirsty. That was nice. Thank you."
How far of a trip would it be to these loths?
Well, depends on the gold. I could get you there in 10 minutes.
What's that cost?
That speed? 1,000 gold pieces per rider.
How about an hour?
An hour? Jeesh.
I would think we would want to close it as quickly as possible so that nothing else comes through.
What? How many hit points? 3?
We've got 1,000 expendable gold.
Oh, we've got plenty of party fund gold.
Yeah, but I need a
Once
short
Kenyon tells me that gold is needed, I can come forward and...
rest. Kyo has tactical reasons for wanting an hour.
Let's do it. And I turn back toward Tin, and I wave, and I step onto the boat.
You wave to her. All right. And you start to step onto the boat, and he holds his skeletal hand out to you. What are you paying with?
I suddenly remember it's 1,000 gold, and Kenny doesn't want to pay for with his. And I jump off the boat, and I'm like, "I'll be right back." And
Whoa!
I'll be right back.
I started moving forward when you waved at me.
I walk up to Tin, and I say, "This man will take me to the loths, the Arcana loths. We could hire them. I need 3,000 gold."
I don't know if this will work on this guy, but I just want to make sure that this guy is actually going to do what he says and not just highway rob us and kill Kenyon, whatever.
Insight check.
So I cast Zone of Truth.
All right.
which I haven't cast for like a year and a half because
Yeah, for a
there's
long
never
time.
a
Just
reason
don't-
for it to come up.
Don't let Kenyon say that, tell us or I'll kill you.
Yeah. Keo starts getting real nervous.
Yeah.
What are you planning on doing once Kenyon gets on your boat?
Oh, I plan to take him to, wherever he wants to go.
And then I guess insight for me to check if I think it's working. Because technically, if he has really high charisma, he could.
Right.
Yeah, that's just a 20.
A 20? He seems very honest. Yeah.
Oh, but I know whether a creature succeeds or fails on its saving throw. Never mind. So I give Kenyon the 3,000.
And I say, oh, good, we're all going.
And I'm like, no.
I'm like, I'm gonna stay here.
Kenyon, he said 1,000.
Because I also didn't know that it was per person or anything. I'm just like, I'm
Well,
staying here.
I hop on the boat, and I'm like, well, that little extra is to take your time.
Yeah, I'm not entering the rift.
All right. So it's Kenyon and Keo?
Guess so.
All right. So he
Not the
says,
smartest thing, but
he
it's in
says,
character.
oh, all right. 2 charges. And he holds out his hand.
And I give him 2,000 gold.
All right. And
I'm like, Keo, how are you getting back?
I also tell this guy, I don't specify how much, but I tell him that once he returns our 2 comrades to us, that I will have a little bit more gold for him. Sorry, I lied. So I give Kenyon 2,000 up front and tell Kenyon and the guy that he'll get paid his extra 1,000 when he comes back with them.
okay. All right. Sounds good.
That's what I do. Yeah.
Okay.
I wave back at 10, and I'm like, guard the rift, we'll be right back.
All right.
Don't drink too much of the ale.
Hey everyone, I'm DM Allen, and thank you so much for joining us once again for another episode of Roll with Advantage. This is Season 3, Episode 31. Thank you so much to our Patreon subscribers. You guys are absolutely amazing. If you want to help support DM's Table and the show and all the other cool endeavors we do, please go check out patreon.com/DM's Table. And while you're out on the internet, go check out our Twitter at DM's Table or on Facebook at The DM's Table. It's there where you can find more updates about what we're doing, and if you DM us there, we will hook you up with a invite to our Discord. Now, if you've enjoyed Vodette and Ryan, who plays him, you should really go check out his YouTube channel that he runs with his wife. Go check out Roll the number 4 Initiative over on YouTube. Here's Ryan and Dawn to tell you a little bit more about their channel.
Hey everybody, I'm Ryan.
And I'm Dawn, and let's get ready to roll for initiative. We're a couple that does videos on board games. We also do reviews and Game Master diaries.
We also do interviews, gameplay tips, painting tutorials, and plenty more. If you like what we do here, then don't forget to subscribe and comment on the videos.
And if you've watched this far, why don't you head on over to our Patreon where you can support what we do and get cool perks like early videos and free maps every month.
So enjoy the videos here on Roll for Initiative. Bye!
That's Roll for Initiative. Go check them out. All right, let's get into this week's sponsors. This week's first sponsor is MetallicDiceGames.com. Go check out Metallic Dice Games for all of your dice needs. They have phenomenal dice. We have a few sets here. Some of them we're getting ready to give away, so keep listening for more information around that. And they have other things like dice accessories, dice trays, dice towers, the like. It is a really cool website, and if you use the coupon code DMsTable10, you will get 10% off your next order. Just punch in DMsTable10, and you will help support the show, and you get 10% off. That's metallicdicegames.com. All right, our next sponsor is Audible. Audible is an amazing audiobook platform with over 180,000 books to choose from. They are a phenomenal audiobook platform. I love them, and you really should give them a try if you haven't already. In fact, why don't you do that? Go to audibletrial.com/RWA to help support the show and get yourself a 30-day free trial, 2 free books, and access to the Audible originals. Those are some really good books that they've got out there, and I know that they have other phenomenal books out there. In fact, why don't we have Adam suggest a book for you to maybe snag up? Adam?
Hey everyone! This week I'm suggesting Ready Player One by Ernest Cline and narrated by Will Wheaton. Will does a great job bringing this amazing story to life, and now is a great time to dive in as Ready Player 2 is coming out in November. This is a great story following a not too distant dystopian future where everyone has given up on living in the real world and instead lives in a virtual game to hide from the bleak reality. Can Wade escape his own conflicted feelings about reality in time to save all of humanity from the evil corporation IOI? Or will everyone have to bow down before corporate greed? Listen now to find out, and don't forget to check out the sequel when it comes out this November.
Thank you, Adam. All right, go check out audibletrial.com/RWA. And last but not least, Incompetech.com. Incompetech is an amazing platform that has just beautiful audio scores. They have a fantastic website that's very well organized and very easy to search, especially for creatives. You can search the feeling you're looking for and kind of the genre that you're going for, and it will pop up results that are pretty darn close. Me and Adam have been very happy with their website, and we love their content. So go check out Incompetech.com today. All right, that's all I've got for you this week. Let's get back to the episode, and I'll see you out on the internet. Bye, guys. And as you pay him, Kinian, you see he's got the stick that he's using to push the gondola. He rotates the stick, and you see that this normal looking stick, when it rotates, it can lift out of itself almost like a sleeve, and you see that there's this magical mechanism inside, and he starts like changing dials. There's many dials like rings, and he starts to change this cryptex like stick, and he says, "First level of the abyss, here we come." And he shoves the stick back down, and when it hits, you disappear from the rest of the party's view. Like you almost teleport out of the view.
Do I still see Kyo, who's on the boat
Yes.
with us?
Yep.
So Arcana of 14, do I think I know how to work that thing?
Yes, you do.
That's a loaded question.
Yes, it is.
All right.
So that's what happened from their perspective. So, Tin and Bon, how long do you want to wait here?
Until they get back.
Okay.
I'm willing to wait up to 6 hours.
All right. During the 10-minute travel that you guys take.
Hey, would you benefit from a short rest?
None of Barbarian.
Okay.
The only thing I get back is Orcish Fury.
You can
I
use
was
hit
thinking
die.
hit dies.
Hit die I would benefit from.
Okay, so
You're gonna catnap me?
I'm gonna catnap him,
I'm gonna start rolling hit dice.
and
then.
I'm gonna burn a 4th level slot on this catnap instead of a 3rd, because I have not many slots.
Yeah.
But I figure somebody should live. Just throw me in your portable hole and bring my body back. Oh, wait, no, don't do that because I'm carrying bags of holding.
Yeah, don't do that. Oh, man.
But, yeah.
All right.
And then it also, so I like do the whole, I like hand wave in front of Kinian and he starts snoring. And I take the time to, you know, like question, you know, like,
Oh,
you know,
Sharon?
I'm like a little kid asking every dumb question of him.
Okay.
Just, we don't need to role play. It's just that's
okay.
what's happening.
Okay,
It's like
okay. So
everything.
you're just asking like, what's that? What's that? What's that?
Are we
Okay.
there yet?
Okay.
How's that work? So that's a lot of bones to make the ship. What kind of bones are they? Did you know them when they were alive?
I think he asked them in that rapid of the succession that Sharon can't even get a word in edgewise.
Well, not. You know, I let him like answer, but I keep going off on tangents.
Yeah.
Like, so we end up talking in circles just because it's like one tangent after another, and each one slightly changes the direction.
I
I don't learn anything, I'm sure.
No.
Well, I learned lots of things.
Yeah, but
important.
nothing pertinent. Minette, after after about 15 minutes, so by the time lining up the timelines, when they reach the first level or layer of the abyss is when Lariel reaches your ship. She actually teleports in on the teleportation circle, and you hear the flash of energy.
The upstairs one or the downstairs one?
There's only one. Oh, that's right. You put another one on there. The downstairs one, because that's the
the number.
That's the one she knows about.
yeah. And you hear her off in the distance from your shop. Manette.
Yeah.
What's going on?
There's a rift leading to some other dimension. The river Styx, maybe?
Oh no. This has been happening all over the Solar Coast. Since you've been gone, we've been warring with demons. Have you been able to close it?
No. I got close, but it's really tough, and I almost died.
Do not beat yourself up about it. Can you take me there?
Yes. And we'll start turning the ship around.
Okay. The ship is actually not far away.
I didn't figure that made it too far. So.
Yeah, it takes about 10 or so minutes for the ship to make it back, mainly because the winds are favorable, moving towards the rift. And you guys have made it to the rift and have found out that Kinian and Keo have went off with a mysterious boatman.
Great.
Kinian,
We
Keo.
left beer.
So, you pop back into existence. You went through about, Kinian, you napped through a lot of it, but you come to just as the ride comes to an end. You kind of go through this Willy Wonka like tunnel, Technicolors moving all over this wishy-washy portal type thing that you're moving through, and you see demonic faces and you see angelic faces just moving along the outside of the portals, and then you pop back into existence. And where you pop back into is a moving black ichor that is in front of you, like this wall of ichor. And Charon says, "Whoa, this is the first level of the abyss. Welcome." And when you look at him, he looks completely different. He has flesh on his body. He has like a dog-like snout. He has pointed wolf's ears. Not too different from the creatures you just fought. He is definitely not a Malicious, but it's very similar flavor. No
Wow.
second head.
You're looking a lot better, Cherry.
Oh, thank you. He says, "If you wait any longer, I'll have to charge you."
I'll be just a moment, and I look at the mall, and I ask Sai, I'm like, how much does one of these things cost to hire?
An Arcanoloth?
Yeah.
He says that. He says, an Arcanoloth. Oh, it depends on what you can wager. Going rate can be very expensive. For something like this, it'll probably be 5 to 10,000 gold pieces.
5 to 10,000 gold pieces? Ugh.
Better put on your bargaining cap.
Do they like magical items?
Oh, hell yeah.
I got an idea.
Not me.
Not you?
No, we're besties, remember?
True. Q. Let's go. Or are you, like, too scared to get off the boat?
No,
No, you're scared.
I'm fine.
All right.
So I get on my broom.
And as you guys approach this wall of ichor, the oily substance actually comes out as if it's like a dock, like it moves. Think of like venom, how venom moves. It's very thick, viscous, solid form.
Mm-hmm.
So it can flow, but it also becomes very solid. That's how this kind of moves. And as you step onto this makeshift dock, Sai says, "Hold me out."
I raise it up.
And as you do, a gateway forms in the ichor, and a writing moves over this archway, and it is completely undistinguishable. It is in some sort of writing that you don't understand.
We can spend 10 minutes and I can understand it.
I ask
And the
Sai
door's
what
open.
it says.
And he says, "Oh, well, it says welcome."
Oh, great. And I believe it.
Yeah.
And I walk in.
Yep. The makeshift gates they open up, and when they do, you see inside a bustling city, not much different than what you experience in the material plane. You see Arcanoloths, all sorts of different loths running around, these fiendish creatures, and you see some of them like walking through the streets, and they've got like lesser demons dragging behind these loths, like giant bales of gold, like chests full of gold, and they're moving down the streets, almost parading it around.
I start writing everything I see down, and I'm thinking to myself, if Spitz could see me now, it's the story of a century.
You easily find like a section in this town which is kind of like an amphitheater, and there is one loth, an Arcanoloth, this fox-like creature with this massive tome on its hip, and it is speaking to a crowd. And after it seems like the speech is coming to an end, and the Arcanoloth walks off stage and just kind of brushes past you, not taking any mind of you other than maybe that you don't look like a demon.
I say, "Ooh, nice book. I've got one too."
The Arcanoloth starts yipping at first, and then realizing you don't understand her, it says, "Nice scales."
And I'm speaking like in telepathically to Sai. I'm like, "Sai, can you work out a deal with one of these or a group of these? I have this item. It's probably worth quite a bit. I imagine they'll be scrambling for this business opportunity." And I reach into my quiver and produce a rod of lordly might.
Okay.
Which is a legendary item.
Yeah.
Which is probably worth like 70,000
Yeah.
gold.
Yeah.
Hold on.
So you speak to Sai telepathically, and Sai says, brandish me, show me off.
And I basically thrust the maul up in the air.
Okay. And all of the loss around you, they kneel down and put their palms up as if they're ready to be paid. Like, I mean, you're showstopper. Like, everybody in the streets, everybody, and you hear, like, some, like, barking in the distance, and more people come out of the buildings, and they do the same thing. They kneel down, and they put their arms up as if they're ready to accept some sort of bounty or offer.
I produce the rod.
Okay. And what do you do with it?
Who's the baddest looking Arcanalot there?
The one in front of you, the one that just brushed by you.
Kyo's gonna try and fit in, so he like does the thing too.
I put the rod in its hands.
Okay. And it says to you, "What bidding, my master?"
I would like you to attend me until payment has been fully claimed. First task is to close the rift, the edge of the river Styx.
I can assist. And it stands back up and make sure to never look you in the eye.
Q, let's go. Are they all still like bowing at this point with their hands up?
Yep.
I'm like, we should go.
Kyo waves goodbye to everybody and says, "Bye, nice meeting you."
They don't seem to react.
If you're ever in Waterdeep, you should like get some of the voice.
All right. And as you walk
Then
out of,
I lift the glass staff high up. I am glass staff.
I'm carrying Kyo at this point.
Okay. As you guys walk out of the gates to the first layer, you hear like this groan go across the entire city. It's like, ugh. Like shit.
Like they didn't get the job.
They didn't get the job. And the Arcanoloth follows you, and Karen says, 3,000 gold pieces, please.
Remember, she told you that you get paid when you get back? Was that the deal?
That was the deal for you two.
I pull out a small bag of marbles, and I kind of pour it out, and in it there are 9 gems with the marbles.
Okay.
They're rather small gems, and I'm like, does this help?
How much are they worth?
It's worth 900 gold between them.
Roll me a persuasion, please. You're trying to persuade
Bone Daddy?
Karen?
No, I'm trying to
Or chair?
help pay with Kinian.
Ah.
I'm not pulling out my bed
Okay.
if I can help it.
Yeah.
Kinian says, wait here a second. And I step toward like the front of the boat, and like there's an uncomfortable like movement and like a and I come back to Karen and I produce the remainder of the money.
Okay. All right. He goes through the same steps using this cryptex-like stick, and you guys flash out of existence once more.
And then I'll take the purple and blue kush, pack a little in my pipe.
You getting dank?
Mm-hmm.
Figure now's as good a time as any. We just went into like a city of demons, and I only had 3 hit points, and we made it out alive. So,
all right.
Well, you're not back yet.
I offer a smoke to Kinian.
You guys get back, and
You see Lyrio closing the rift.
Oh shit!
you guys, you, Vodette, Manette, and Lariel Silverhand are riding back on the flying ship. And as you reach this area, Vodette, you see this rift that is tearing space apart. and you see this viscous, inky like river that's pouring through the rift, and Lariel grabs Minette by the shoulder, and she sees you like up on the top deck of the ship looking over, and she says, Goblin, do you want to go with us?
Towards all of this action you got going on here?
Yes.
Hold on a second. Let me figure this out. I feel like I should make a scientific decision here.
He flips a coin, catches it.
Well, guess I'm going with all of you people.
Did you even look?
she says, isn't that coin? Never mind. Okay, come with. And she grabs you by the shoulder, and you guys pop out of reality and then back into reality, down at the site where the rift is formed. At this site, Tin and Bon are standing, watching this rift, making sure that demons are not coming back through to the material plane.
There's also a partial barrel of ale.
Yes.
Sitting there.
Yep.
Tin and I are having a lovely conversation. What would you say your favorite form of radiance is?
Fireball's the answer.
Yeah. Any kind of radiance that burns.
Oh, wow. That's...
Because Tin's totally not a
Sizzling.
pyromaniac.
Right.
So that's why she left Waterdeep.
As you guys reach down to the rift, Vodette, you see off into the distance, beyond this rift, like looking into it, you see this giant cavern. It's bluish black, and this inky black river is pouring down, a much thicker river. The one in front of you is about, at this point, it's about 15-20 feet wide, and water's rushing through the rift. But you see in the distance a much, much wider river. You think that you're just kind of on one of the branches, like a back eddy of the river. And you see off in the distance a gondola pop into existence, and on this gondola is a bony skeleton-like figure with a hood drawn over its head. You see fire for eyes, and it is just finishing putting back together the paddle that it uses to push the boat through the water. What it looks like is like a regular long wooden paddle, but in the center is like a cryptex like thing with dials, and it slams it back together, making it look like a regular paddle once more. On the gondola, this it's a all bone gondola, and on the front of it is a skeleton, a spine with a head on the front of it, and you see three other figures riding in the gondola: Keo, Kinian, and a fox-like creature that you recognize as a magic wielder. You've run into one of these before.
And Keo's playing dice with that.
With the Arcana Lock?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. That's one of the things he's paying for.
Okay.
Is it putting
right.
up with Keo? So.
Okay. Excellent.
It's probably gambling with you for money.
Yeah, it's
Well,
actually...
It's just buttons and coppers, but...
Okay. All right.
And it's probably winning.
Yeah, probably.
You both have such really interesting friends.
It's going to be taking my nest egg pretty soon, like this egg I found in a nest.
You know, Bon, I heard that the ferrymen here, they really know how to hold their liquor and party. You could say that they really know how to Chiron on.
Oh my gosh.
I've been spending the last 2 weeks coming up with that one. Sorry, that's why I haven't been so talkative. I got a joke book.
It was worth it, I guess.
The gondola approaches, and Kinian, you see the party, and there is Lariel Silverhand and Vodette standing on the banks of the river. What do?
I hop off the boat, and I turn to the Arcanoloth, and I'm like, hey, Loth, what do I call you?
You can call me employee.
All right. I like this. You can call me Master.
Mr. E, we're here.
I'm like, follow me. I'll let you know when we need your magics.
Yes, Master.
And
He was like, you can sit on my broom.
I walk up to Tin, and immediately I'm like, hey, Tin, I brought the help. Is there reimbursal for the boat ride? Do you validate?
I show her an expense report.
Well, I give Karen the other 1,000 gold that I had promised him.
He says, "Thank you," and he pockets everything, and he says, "Is there anything else I can do for you?"
One for the road?
What? Oh, yes, a beer. And he says,
You hear about these heroes, and you never think that's what they're gonna sound like. I'm glad I don't have to go through life with a ridiculous voice like that.
and Karen kind of squints a scully eye at you. He says, "This is my normal voice."
Such a Karen.
Is Karen into Puddle of Filth?
Yeah. I went from goth to boss. So he says, "Is there anything else I can do for you?"
No, but I'm curious how you knew that we were standing at the river's edge.
Ah, but a good ferryman knows when money's about.
I can appreciate that.
So, Mr. Cherry, sir, can we be pen pals?
Yes.
And I write down my information.
And he does not give you any information back. He says, "I'll contact you."
And I float it over to him.
All right. Nice.
I had a
await his
question
letters
for
with
you,
bated
actually,
breath.
Kyron.
Yes.
I just wondered if, are you a big fan of the album The Grand Illumination?
Well, yes, that's odd that you bring that up.
Oh, so you're a big fan of Styx.
Yes, absolutely.
I just wanted to confirm that for some friends back home.
He says, "Whoa, nice knowing ya." And he parts the oar once again, dials the cryptex, and slams it together, and a burst of energy releases from the gondola and then sucks back in where it once was. There is no more gondola. And Lariel is like, "So, let's close this rift immediately." And
Yeah.
That sounds like a good idea.
and she leans down to Minette, and very quietly she says, "Listen, we're gonna get rid of that Arcanoloth, okay? It doesn't belong here."
And Kinian just walks out of the rift smiling, and seeing that Lariel's there, I'm just like, come with me, employee. And I step back.
She's staring daggers at you. And
I warn her to be careful.
Okay. What you see is she raises her hands up in front of her, and she starts moving them, and almost like she's plucking a harp. She's those of you that are magic wielders, so Minette and Keo, you see her pulling on actual strands of the weave, and she starts putting them together, and you start to see space start pulling back together, and it actually starts to like suture. And after a little bit, the weave is once more repaired. And she says, "You see, repairing the weave takes a special touch. If it's not done properly, it can create a knot, which is a very bad thing."
Kyo scratches his head. He's like, I always tie him in knots.
So, where are you all off to now?
First thing, can you teach us to do the not a knot thing?
We seem to have to close portals a lot.
She says, if Manette has time, I can show him some ways to bend the weave in order to help close these gates in the future.
Oh, I'm sure he'll take
Hell
any
yeah, back to school.
advantage.
I was just going to say, that sounds really advantageous.
Kinian's not even in this conversation.
No?
He's probably like 200 feet away at this point.
Okay.
Having a conversation between Sai and his new employee.
Okay. What's he saying?
Like, I'm actually asking the Arcanoloth, like, how can you make me more powerful? And at the same time, I'm conversing with Sai, saying, how can we properly leverage this new addition to our help?
Sai tells...
So I'm like consulting with, basically with both of them.
Yeah. So at first you ask Sai, and Sai says, "These are nothing but cannon fodder."
What?
What?
Cannon fodder?
Yeah. I was gonna have him sacrifice himself to close the gate.
Shit, that's dark. And Kinian starts laughing out loud.
And the Loth is standing in front of you, still not looking you in the eyes. Its fox-like form is kind of, like looking down and kicking at the
I'm
dirt.
like, so if that's the case, what happens if you break a contract with an Arcanoloth?
Oh, you're fucked.
But if they're cannon fodder,
Well, I mean, I guess it depends. Like, are you going to kill it, or are you going to let it go? If you break a contract, you better kill it. Otherwise, it'll work for your enemies for half the price. It'll be much harder to buy out.
how hard are they to kill?
Well, and he like, you feel like this, almost like this psychic scan, like, move from the top of your head all the way down your body. And almost like, when you get the chills that run up your spine, it runs the opposite way. And it goes all the way to your fingertips and all the way to the ends of your toes. And he says, for you, as long as you avoid the spells, you'd be fine. You would break them in half.
Do your spells, would they destroy this in one shot?
Yeah, maybe.
An evil, like, shade comes over Kinian's face, and power word kill goes off.
Oh, shit. You all are, like, conversating, and
Kyo's kind of just kicking at the dirt because he feels left out because his magic's not good enough.
You are all around where the rift once was, and as it closes up, you see off in the distance a flash of green, and the Arcanoloth burns away. And Kinian just kind of turns back and looks at you with this shit-eating grin.
And picks up a rod of lordly might off the ground.
Kyo inches over next to Tin. He's like, I think Kinian's cursed again.
And I stow it up in my quiver.
Yeah, I'm getting a little concerned about this wand.
And I say to Sai, that felt good.
Yeah, it did.
And then at that point, I kind of walk over to the group.
All right.
And Kyo just positions himself on the other side of someone else from Kinyan from now on. Because he remembers what his cursed axe does to people.
Yeah. So, you all are around where the rift once was, and Lariel, she says, "What are we doing now? Otherwise, I'm gonna go home."
We gotta find the
Klaus.
guy that Klaus.
I thought we were going home.
We're finding
Different
Klaus.
homes, Kyo. Don't worry about it.
Well,
Thank you, Lariel, though, for your assistance in
no,
closing
we're
this
going
rift.
back to Phandalin, right?
Yes,
Yeah, we're going home.
we're going
To one of our homes.
different homes, Kyo. Don't worry about it.
Lariel then she says, if that's all that you require of me, I shall take my leave then.
I can't wait to see how my manner's doing.
And she takes her long white robe and she like whips it in front of her form, and as she does, she turns into this white dove and starts to flutter off. And you guys go back to the ship?
Yeah.
All right.
And have a long rest.
On the way
Nice,
back,
proper
on the way
long
back to
rest.
the ship, Vodette just kind of sighs heavily.
Goes, I wish I would have asked her to do something before she left.
So tell me straight, Sai. Do you think we could take her?
Hell no.
Oh, shit.
Hey, thank you so much for listening. What a fantastic episode. We cannot wait for next week's episode. We hope you stick around to find out what happens next. If you want to find out more about the show, about our characters, or things like that, go check us out on dmstable.com/RWA. DM's Table has got information on how to contact us through Twitter or Facebook or things like that. Go check it out, and we'll see you out on the internet. See ya.